It's last stand prep. You've got to have the right gear and the right mindset. The grocery store is no different. We're facing rising food prices. It's like a flash flood. Be prepared before it hits. Stock up on essentials. Don't get caught with empty drawers. Prep. It's about being resourceful. Prepare for tough times ahead. We're going on a different kind of expedition. Uncovering the 20 most essential items. First up, we're targeting a true survival staple. Rice. This little grain is a powerhouse, packed with calories to keep your energy levels up. In a pinch, a good bowl of rice can be the difference between a hunger pang and a satisfied belly. We're focusing on white rice for its longer shelf life. Brown rice has natural oils that can go rancid over time. Think of white rice as the bedrock of your survival pantry. It's easy to store, simple to prepare, and incredibly versatile. You can eat it plain, spice it up, or use it to thicken soups and stews. Adaptability is key, and rice is a reliable energy source. Next up, we're grabbing another essential carbohydrate source, pasta. This pantry staple is a lifesaver when it comes to affordable, long-lasting energy. Just like rice, pasta provides those vital calories your body needs to keep going, even in the toughest situations. And the beauty of pasta? It's incredibly versatile. You can pair it with almost anything. Canned veggies, a simple sauce, even just a bit of oil and salt. It's all about improvisation, making the most of what you got. One of the best things about pasta is its lightweight and compact nature. It's easy to store, even in large quantities, making it ideal for prepping. And believe me, when it comes to survival, every inch of storage space counts. So, stock up on different shapes and sizes: spaghetti, penne, macaroni, whatever your preference. Having a variety on hand keeps meals interesting and ensures you've got options no matter how long you need to rely on your stockpile. We're venturing deep into the concrete jungle now, facing down a different kind of beast empty supermarket shelves. But fear not, we're arming ourselves with canned beans, black beans, chickpeas, kidney beans. These are your protein powerhouses. These little beauties are packed with fiber, which keeps you regular even when the world feels anything but. Trust me, in a survival situation, the last thing you want is a rumbling stomach on top of everything else. Remember, proper sustenance is vital when you're facing the unknown. Canned beans are shelf stable, meaning they won't let you down when the power goes out. They're the reliable companions you need in a crisis. So stock up on these protein-packed warriors. They'll keep your energy levels high and your spirits higher when the going gets tough. We all crave the crunch of fresh produce, the vibrant colors of nature's bounty. But let's face it, in a grid-down scenario, fresh veggies won't last longer than a water bottle in the desert. That's where canned vegetables come in. Your lifeline to essential vitamins and minerals when the fresh stuff is long gone. We're talking canned corn, green beans, carrots, well, whatever your tribe craves. Canned vegetables might not have the same Instagram appeal as a farmer's market haul, but they pack a nutritional punch that could be the difference between thriving and just surviving. Remember, we're prioritizing practicality and longevity here. Canned vegetables are pre-cooked and ready to eat. No fire or fancy equipment needed. Just open the can and fuel up. Picture this: the power's out, the wind's howling outside, and you need a warm, comforting meal. You're not going to want to start a fire and whip up a 3-course meal, are you? This is where canned soups and stews become your ultimate survival companions. They're chock full of essential nutrients, providing the energy you need to stay strong and focused. Don't underestimate the importance of morale in a crisis. A hot bowl of soup can warm the soul as much as the body, providing a much-needed sense of normalcy amidst chaos. So stock your pantry with a variety of flavors: hearty beef stew, creamy tomato soup, spicy chili. Remember, variety is key to keeping your spirits high when the world feels anything but. Alright, we've covered the non-perishables, but what about getting those essential vitamins and minerals? That's where frozen vegetables come in handy. Now I know what you're thinking: you need electricity for a freezer. And you're right. But hear me out. In a short-term crisis, your freezer can buy you valuable time. It'll keep your food edible for days, even without power. Plus, frozen veggies retain more nutrients than canned, giving you that extra edge. Think peas, carrots, broccoli, spinach, whatever your family enjoys. Remember, prioritize what you'll actually eat. No point stocking up on Brussels sprouts if nobody likes them. And when the power's out, use your frozen food first. It's all about maximizing resources and staying one step ahead. Frozen vegetables might not last forever, but they're a vital part of a well-rounded survival pantry. When the fresh stuff is gone, canned fruits are your lifeline to essential vitamins and a touch of sweetness. We're talking peaches, pears, pineapple chunks, all those good things that can brighten a bleak day. Remember though, choose fruit canned in juice, not syrup. We need those nutrients, not a sugar rush. Now I've scavenged for berries, and trust me, it's not always pretty. Canned fruit is a far more reliable option when you're facing a crisis. Plus, it lasts for ages on the shelf, ready when you need it. Just imagine a world gone mad, and you're there, enjoying a slice of canned pineapple. It's about maintaining morale, people. A little taste of the good life can go a long way when times are tough. So, stock up on those canned fruits, and thank me later. We're talking about a powerhouse of energy, packed with protein and healthy fats. It's shelf-stable, requiring no refrigeration, which is crucial when you're off the grid. Plus, it's incredibly versatile. You can eat it straight from the jar, spread it on crackers, or even use it to make energy bars. Remember that time you ever felt so hungry? Everything would have tasted good at that point, right? It's a lifesaver, my friends. And let's be honest, who doesn't love a good spoonful of peanut butter? But here's the thing, not all peanut butters are created equal. Look for natural varieties with minimal added sugar and salt. We want the good stuff, the kind that fuels your body and keeps you going strong. Peanut butter, the ultimate survival spread. Stock up, my friends, and never underestimate the power of this humble jar. Don't forget about this one. Forget those sugary cereals. We're talking oats. These little powerhouses are packed with energy, fiber, and essential nutrients. You can soak them overnight for a no-cook breakfast or boil them up into a hearty porridge. Remember, we're in it for the long haul here. Go for steel-cut or rolled oats for longer shelf life. Trust me, when the unexpected hits, a good bowl of porridge will feel like a gourmet meal. Flour, the foundation of countless cultures and cuisines, is a must-have in any survival scenario. This versatile ingredient can be transformed into bread, biscuits, or even used to thicken soups and stews. In a real pinch, you can even make hardtack, a simple but long-lasting survival bread. Remember, proper storage is key. Consider vacuum sealing your flour to keep it fresh and protected from moisture and pests. Trust me, when the shelves are bare and resources are scarce, the ability to bake your own bread will be worth its weight in gold. Now, before you think I've gone soft, sugar isn't just about satisfying a sweet tooth. In a survival situation, it's a valuable resource with multiple uses. Of course, it provides much-needed energy, which can be crucial in a crisis. But sugar also acts as a preservative, extending the shelf life of jams, jellies, and even fruits. And let's not forget its role in baking. Whether you're making bread, energy bars, or other essential sustenance, sugar is a key ingredient, so don't underestimate the power of sugar. We've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? But even the toughest survivor needs their electrolytes. That's where salt comes in. You might think it's just for flavor, and it is that for sure. But out here, in a real pinch, salt is a lifesaver. Literally. It's essential for keeping your body in balance, especially when you're pushing your limits. Dehydration is your enemy, and salt helps you retain water. Plus, it's a powerful tool for preserving food, keeping those precious supplies edible for longer. Stock up on Different kinds, table salt, sea salt, even that fancy pink Himalayan stuff if you can find it. Each one has its own benefits, from flavor to mineral content. Trust me, when the going gets tough, a good pinch of salt can make all the difference between tapping out and conquering the challenge. We're talking survival essentials here, and you know what that means. Calories, my friends, calories. And that's where cooking oil comes in. It's not just for frying up a tasty meal, though that's a definite bonus. Fats are crucial for energy, insulation, and absorbing vital nutrients. Think of it as liquid gold in a crisis. Olive oil, coconut oil, even your standard vegetable oil, they all have a place in your stockpile. Just remember, these oils are precious, so store them wisely. Keep them in a cool, dark place to prevent them from going rancid. Trust me, rancid oil is not something you want to mess with. It'll ruin a meal faster than you can say survival. A little oil goes a long way, so don't be afraid to be resourceful. Use it sparingly and make every drop count. Remember, every calorie counts when you're relying on your wits and your supplies to make it through. Let's face it, when disaster strikes, fresh milk is the first to go. But that doesn't mean you have to miss out on this essential source of calcium and protein. That's where shelf-stable or powdered milk comes in handy. These are game changers in a survival situation. Powdered milk is like magic dust. Just add water and boom, you've got yourself a nutritious drink or a key ingredient for cooking. It lasts for ages, doesn't need refrigeration, and packs a serious nutritional punch. If you got the space, grab a few boxes of the shelf-stable stuff too. It's ready to drink straight from the carton and can last for months. Perfect for when you need a quick energy boost or a comforting cuppa. Remember, calcium is crucial for strong bones, especially when you're constantly on the move. And protein? Well, that's the building block of life. So don't underestimate the power of milk, even when it comes in a less conventional form. We've covered the essentials: carbs, proteins, fats. But survival isn't just about physical needs, it's about mental fortitude. That's where coffee and tea come in. In a high-stress scenario, a warm mug of coffee can be a game changer. It sharpens your focus, boosts your energy, and provides a much-needed sense of normalcy when the world feels anything but normal. Now, I'm not talking about fancy lattes here. We're talking instant coffee, tea bags, or if you're really prepared, vacuum-sealed whole beans. Trust me, the smell of freshly ground coffee can lift your spirits even in the toughest situations. Remember, a strong mind is just as important as a strong body out here. We've talked about plant-based protein, but let's face it, sometimes you need the hearty satisfaction of meat. That's where canned fish and meat come in. Tuna, salmon, chicken, even Spam. These are your survival allies. These protein powerhouses are packed with essential nutrients and can last for years on the shelf. No refrigeration needed. That's crucial when the grid goes down and your freezer becomes a giant ice block. Think about it. A can of tuna mixed with some mayo and spices can transform into a satisfying sandwich or a protein-rich salad. Canned chicken can be added to soups, stews, or even eaten cold in a pinch. We've covered canned beans, but their dried counterparts deserve a special shout-out. Lentils, black beans, kidney beans, these little guys are nutritional powerhouses packed with protein and fiber. What makes them even better? They're incredibly lightweight, compact, and store almost indefinitely in airtight containers. Imagine a single bag of lentils can provide numerous meals, making them a valuable asset when every ounce of food counts. And don't let their size fool you. These small but mighty legumes are incredibly versatile. Toss them in soups, stews, salads, or even grind them into flour for baking. Remember, in a survival situation, resourcefulness is key, and dried lentils and beans are the epitome of resourcefulness. We've covered the core staples, the building blocks of survival. But let's talk flavor, because out here, morale is as important as any supply. That's where broth and bouillon come in handy. Broth adds depth and richness to those bare bones meals. It can turn a simple pot of rice into something truly satisfying. And trust me, when you're living on rations, a little flavor goes a long way. Bouillon cubes are like concentrated flavor bombs. They're lightweight, compact, and last for ages. You can stuff them in your pack, your bug-out bag, anywhere you need a flavor boost in a pinch. Remember, surviving isn't just about staying alive. It's about staying sharp, staying positive, and having the energy to keep going. And sometimes, a steaming cup of broth is all it takes to rekindle that fire within. We've talked about the essentials, the carbs, the proteins, the building blocks of survival. But let's face it, surviving on plain rice and beans day in and day out will wear you down. That's where spices and seasonings come in. They're not just about taste, they're about keeping your morale high. A sprinkle of garlic powder can transform a bland bowl of beans. A dash of chili powder can add a fiery kick to rice. And let's not forget the herbs. Oregano, basil, thyme. Maintaining your mental state is crucial. Aromatherapy is real, and spices can lift your spirits. So pack those spices, folks. Don't underestimate the power of flavor. They could be the difference between a bland existence and a bearable one. And trust me, every bit of comfort helps. We've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? We've talked carbs, proteins, vitamins, even the importance of a good spice rack. But none of it matters if you don't have access to the most essential element of all, water. You can survive weeks without food, but only days without water. Stocking up on bottled water is a no-brainer. But how long will those bottles last? In a prolonged crisis, you need a sustainable solution. A good water filter is worth its weight in gold. It allows you to tap into natural water sources and transform them into safe, drinkable water. Remember, water is life. There you have it, folks. Stock up on essential groceries before prices rise. Water is crucial. Variety and flavor matter. Keep spirits high. Knowledge without action is useless. Act now. Be prepared.